think this kind of takes him by surprise. It's sort of I think he gets to a point where he knows he's not happy with the man, with his relationship with the man, and suddenly this girl is there and she's interested in him, and I think that takes him by surprise because he hasn't felt interesting before.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, absolutely.
And you don't go away as well, which is nice. So like he starts talking, and instead of being told to shut up, she sort of lets him be a bit romantic.
Yes.
And I think he finds that really attractive.
Yeah, I think there's a confusion whereby perhaps care is initially misinterpreted as romantic love, but then the opportunity to enjoy a relationship which is romantic is unpassable, actually, because that's a chance at happiness long term.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think she's seen John a lot, and noticed him, but obviously doesn't know anything about his personality. And then when he opens his mouth, she thinks, "Oh, you need somebody in your life. You need fixing. You need listening to. You need helping and to be cared for."
I think there's no games as well, which is nice. When the woman enters the play, it's like a completely different play altogether, and there's no games. Like there's no battle. It's really quite nice.
I think that's really
he gets
tangible,
carried away
isn't it?
with that idea of that romance of maybe I can be happy. Maybe this is the right thing. But that's not necessarily the whole truth.
No, I agree. And also, encountering people in your life when you're at your worst is not necessarily the perfect time to build the foundations of a strong relationship, which will last for years.
But you're quite definite, aren't you? Your character you really want to be with John straight away, which is amazing, actually. I don't know where that comes from.
I think there's a lot talked about women kind of in their late 20s, of people saying, they're starting to think to themselves, do I need to find somebody to be with now? And, partially that's about children, and partially that's about the pressure on women to look beautiful forever, and who am I going to grow old with, and all of that. But actually, in the case of her, I think it's a much more kind of universal thing, a thing that anyone could feel, whereby they've just spent too much time alone.
And that's the difference as well, isn't it? That actually, because John doesn't come with all of this male baggage of, I don't know, whatever that means, he's come from a completely different kind of relationship, where he's probably a lot more feminine than any of the other men that she's previously been with. And so he's really open, nothing to hide. There's nothing alpha about him, and I think that's you're probably the alpha of the relationship.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.